want to move through the arena once you actually get in there. Um, you will have your bow and arrow with limited ammo, and then you will have the meter above your head that tracks all of your stats. So, like I said, for every 3 shots you take with your arrow, you lose a point of stamina. For every 5 minutes that pass, you lose 5 points of food and 10 points of stamina. So you need to keep moving throughout the arena to find food to replenish your stamina and your food. Otherwise, you'll starve to death, or if you run out of stamina, you will die. Going into water is dangerous. You could see that there is an air meter. You are able to drown. So if you do go into water and try and hide under the water from another team, you need to keep an eye on your air meter so you don't drown. There will be environmental factors in the arena that force everyone into the center to make sure that people aren't camping. So as those force you into the center, you'll obviously run into other teams. You'll also potentially run into other teams when looking for ammo to replenish your arrows that you've shot. So a few things to look out for. Also, in addition, in the arena, there are going to be critters that can attack you. And there will also be traps, and there will also be poisonous plants. So a few things to keep an eye out for. Yep. Basically the way to move through this arena is just assume everything is trying to kill you. Here in a few minutes, we'll take you guys to where there's like the billboard and everything, and you guys will get a quick view of the arena. You won't be able to go down into it, but you can look at it. At least that's what we did last time, so I figure it's only fair to give you guys the same opportunity. The battle should last about 50 minutes, I would say. And the reason, oh, yep, go ahead. 50, so a little less than an hour. And then the reason that we're here specifically is once Warwick is around and gives you guys your bow and arrow, this is where you can come for target practice. So right over here behind me, these are 2 different types of target practice that you can do. So the first one is this one, which is, if you look up, you'll see its targets throughout the air. And then the next one, next one is this one. So these are clay pigeons. This one is super hard. I got 1 out of 10 last time. It was really rough. Oh, let me see if I can stop it now. Well, yeah. So this is where you can come to practice your aiming. I know Alexia, she was here at the training earlier this week or last weekend. But she was able to mess around with the bow and arrow quite a bit and get a feel for how it shoots. That way you're prepared when you're in the arena. So I'm not able to give you guys your bow and arrow. We need to wait for Warwick to do that. But once he gets them to you, you'll be able to come back here and practice. So I would save this landmark if that's something that you want to do. Did you guys have any questions? Can arrows shoot underwater? So you can hide underwater, yeah, but your air meter might run out. If someone like, can an arrow be shot through the water? It can if they see you. Like the water won't stop the arrow. No, it doesn't stop the arrows. When should we expect to hear from Warwick? I would guess that so I sent him a Discord message. And I also messaged him in World. So I'm assuming as soon as he's around today, he'll have that stuff and I'll give him your guys' names and he'll get it transferred over to you. You'll be able to receive it even if you're not online, so. After you're done with target practice, how do you reset? So you're going to have a HUD on your screen. So you could see like my food and my stamina are dropping. So it's 1755. I'm able to reset only for training purposes and it brings everything back up to 100. So I don't die. And then the day of the game, we're going to make sure that before you guys go down into the arena that everything gets reset right beforehand. Yep. I'll help you walk through those. So jet skis, we have those at the Gathering Info Hub to train with. And then the Abyssal Trial is going to be, it's like an underwater scuba thing where you need to search and collect various items and bring them back. And we'll have a training for those as well. I believe we just got all of the scuba gear. But I'll need to check with Trim. But we'll make sure that you guys aren't going in blind. So. Any other questions? All right. I just remembered another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys. Thing about the HUD and the name. So we're going to assign each tribe a color because we know sometimes it's easier to go by color rather than trying to read what it says. So that way, at a glance, you'll know whether or not the person who you see near you is an enemy or friendly by both the color and then, like I said, you can read the name. And mine says BBB right now because that is one of the tribes that I am the liaison for. All right. I am going to TP us over to the area of like where we have the rest of the stuff set up. So give me just a minute and I will send everyone a teleport. Make sure I have all of your things pulled up. Okay, got it. Okay, so here you can see the smaller billboard or scoreboard that we talked about earlier. And then you'll also see this very, very large one here. So we're going to get pictures of each of the competitors for this specific challenge. And those will be displayed where the names are on this one. And then underneath it, I believe, will be your stats. And then these are all the discs that we talked about that will be going down into the arena, or that will teleport you down into the arena. And if you look below us, this is the arena so far. Just to give you guys an idea of what kind of landscape you're working with, okay? I know a lot of people were under the impression that it would be like a forest. It is definitely not, like an abandoned city landscape. So when we talk about food and stuff, it's not going to be like foraging from trees. It's going to be like finding canned goods in abandoned buildings. Any questions? Questions, comments, concerns? No? Is that red lava? The floor is lava? I don't think the floor is lava. Hopefully not. I'm also not building this arena, so I can't say for sure. But hopefully the floor isn't lava. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys coming. Like I said, I have all of your information. So when I do hear back from Warwick, I'll make sure that we get you guys sent your bow and arrow so you can go practice. And if you have any questions at all, you can reach out to me. And Koala, I will be in touch with you about the other two trainings. Actually, and then Dreamy, you signed up for the Demolition Derby, which that one's pretty straightforward, I think. Just smash into other people. But if we do have a training for that, I will make sure that I reach out to you. Awesome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I will be in touch soon. And thank you, Emily, for getting this. No problem at all. Like I said, feel free to add me if you want. That way you can get a hold of me if you have questions. You can always reach me here in the Discord. So. Bye, Koala. Have a good one. Thank you, Emily. I appreciate that.